Okay, guys, I'm gonna do the big finale of the Anime Cinematic Universe Phase 3. I'm gonna do half of Phase 3. I'll do the rest for next week. Yes, I'm gonna do this every week. So, let's get started. So, the cover for Captain America Civil War. Well, since Luffy and Naruto are part of the Jump Force, it's kind of Avenger-ish, so I'm gonna do One Piece The Great Pirate War. Now, I'm going to explain Team Luffy and Team Naruto. Well, we all know what Team Captain America is and Team Iron Man is, so we're gonna know what Team Luffy and Team Naruto is. So Team Luffy is Luffy, of course, Zoro, second in command, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, and Tony Chopper. Yes, Team Naruto is Naruto, which he's the leader. And I did not know who to make second in command. Like, I was gonna do Sasuke or Hinata, but my only choice was to do Hinata be second in command, Sasuke, of course, Sakura, Sai, and Ino. In this movie, it will follow how Naruto's dad died, but in a different way, because this is an anime cinematic universe, and I just want to make sure that everything is connected, okay? Okay. And you want to know who killed him? That will be Zoro's dad. And Kakashi did try to save him, but Naruto's dad died anyway. And when Naruto realized how his dad died, he beats up Zoro, and that's when the Great Pirate War happens. Team Naruto and Team Luffy both fought, and Luffy wins, and Naruto marries Hinata, Sasuke marries Sakura, and Sai marries Ino. And that was One Piece The Great Pirate War. Now time for the post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, King watches a video that the Jump Force had divided. He starts laughing at it, and that was it. Now time for the next movie. I did not know what to count about Doctor Strange. I already did Sailor Moon. I can't do Attack on Titan. My only choice was to do what people call an anime, but it's actually not an anime. But I still call it an anime in my opinion. And that would be Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hold on for a minute.
What?
Look, a lot of people call it an anime, okay? I do it too. So let's get started. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, it will follow Aang as he ran away because he didn't want to become the Avatar. And he stays in the ice ball for 100 years and the Fire Nation attacks the Airbenders. Then he gets found by Sokka and Katara. And the main villain in this movie is the Fire Nation, which is Fire Lord Ozal or something. And the side villain is Zuko. Then he becomes a hero. And we also introduced Toph already. And yeah, still, Zuko gets banished by his dad, and he's just an angry guy, and Aang has to master all 4 elements, which is water, earth, and fire. Then Aang eats Fire Lord Azula, and Zuko betrayed the Fire Kingdom, and that was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now for the post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, Zuko and Min both have a picnic while having a chat with each other. Then their picnic gets interrupted by a ship when they look up at the sky. And in that ship was Kang. Now let's move on to the next movie. For the cover part of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, of course it's going to be Sailor Moon 2. Sailor Moon 2 will follow Sailor Moon as she wants to be more powerful, and she has a crush on a boy with a tuxedo, a top hat, and a cape. I forgot his name. The main villain in this movie is Queen Brarely, and she wants to destroy the Earth. She wants to do what her master says. Then the sailors both charged up and fought her minions. Then Sailor Moon loses her powers, and then a few minutes later she gets new powers, and she fights Queen Brarely, and she dies, and that was Sailor Moon 2. And sorry, it was short. And the movie sort of has a good ending, but soon it'll set up for the big crossover event. Now time for the post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, Frieza went to another alternate dimension where he's talking to someone. Well, you should be another person from another dimension who I saw you familiar. Who are you supposed to be? The man turns around and says, "My name is Zamasu, Zamasu is Black Goku, and he won't be in the third Dragon Ball movie. He'll be in the big crossover event. Now time for the next movie. Now for Spider-Man Homecoming. And of course, that will be My Hero Academia. In this movie, it'll follow Deku as he wants to get powers. Then he meets All Might, who gives him one of his powers, which is, first, super strength. Then he went to a school where everyone has to become a superhero. Then they all get into their suits, and the main villain in this movie is All For One. And the reveal for All For One is Deku's dad. See what I did there? And Deku fights his dad and then puts him in jail and takes away his powers, and All Might stores them, and that was My Hero Academia. Now for the post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, All Might goes to a base where the heroes were, and that's of course the Jump Force base. And that's where we meet again, which is Kakashi, Might Guy, and Obito. Yes, Obito is still alive in this universe. Sorry about that. And then Guy smiles and says, what we're waiting for? Let's reunite the team. And now for the next movie. I know exactly what to cover Thor Ragnarok, and that will of course be Dragon Ball Super. In Dragon Ball Super, it will follow Goku getting ready for the war, or with Frieza. And Broly's also in it as well, and that's all. And Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo both fought Broly at first, but then he wants to help. Then, of course, Frieza is the main villain, and he wants to destroy Goku's planet. And Vegeta tries to eat Frieza, but he was too powerful. And Broly fights Frieza for many hours, and the Dragon Ball characters both leave the planet where Goku lives, and the planet blows up, and Broly and Frieza both die, and then Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo, and the rest of the Dragon Ball characters both have to go find a new planet to live, which is of course Earth. And that was Dragon Ball Super. Now it's time for the post-credit scene. In the post-credit scene, Zamasu leaves his planet and then goes where Goku is going to live, Earth. And now for the next movie. So, Black Panther was not easy to make a counterpart, so I mixed something up. I did Hunter x Hunter. In Hunter x Hunter, it'll follow Gon as he wants to learn why his dad left him to be a hunter. He does meet two of his friends. I forgot their names. And he also meets the captain, who knows about his eyes, which he probably knows his dad. The main villain in this movie is Hisako Moro, and he wants to kill the hunters. Gon and his friends both kill Hisako Moro, and the movie has a bad ending because that's set them up for the big crossover event. That's right, we get to meet Deku and his team. And that was Hunter x Hunter, and there was no post-credit scene because, like I said, that's set up for the big crossover event. Now time for the big crossover event. The big crossover event is called Jump Force The Last Part 1. The main villain is Kane, and the side villain is Goku Black, and he's from another alternate universe. And there's some death scenes, so let's explain who dies in the movie. Suki dies, Boomy dies, Men dies, Chopper dies, sadly, and Obito dies. Yes, finally, he's dead in the universe. Happy now? And the movie has a bad ending because King wins and some of the team die, but they will come back to life in part 2. And that was Jump Force The Last Part 1, and there is no post-credit scene. So yeah, that was the Anime Cinematic Universe Phase 3 Part 1. I'm sorry I couldn't do the rest because I was a bit too tired, and I'll do Part 2 next week. And yeah, I'll do the Anime Cinematic Universe every week. I did the first part 2 weeks ago. I did the second phase last week, and I did Phase 3 this week, and now I'm gonna do Part 2 next week. I'm not gonna do phase 4, and yeah, I'm doing phase 3, part 2 next week. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. All laters. Peace out. Bye.